the structure, and you need to evaluate if I transform it, if I exchange this piece or that piece, the new position, you will still be worse, no doubt, but it will be easier to defend than maybe this one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Chess, nonsense, and analysis.
Yes, Watu, here we are again.
Yep.
What are we looking at today?
Well, today we're looking at, defending difficult positions and, some advice that I think we can give to the viewers on this theme.
Yeah, I think that's an important theme. A lot of people, including myself, at times have just collapsed. It's something nobody wants to do.
Yeah.
You just want to be on the attack and then want to be winning. But I think this is an important one, especially if you want to climb on the rating ladder, because saving that extra half a point here and there, it's important to stabilize like that. So I think it's a very, very important theme. So I'm keen to see what we're going to do today.
No, definitely. And I think what makes it difficult is it's sort of a certain pattern of thinking and the habit. When you are playing, you are used to attacking and calculation of variation. So what you do is that when you are defending, you do the same, but reversed. You start seeing all the options that your opponent has. So you are basically still calculating the same way as you would if you were attacking, right? And now you start realizing that you're always second best in all the variations that you are calculating, and you are panicking, time trouble is coming in, and there will be disaster comes. But I think if you look at games by the best defenders, Kolmov was an incredible defender, but amongst the world champions, of course, Karpov.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And it's sort of like, in many cases, transforming the structure. Transforming, and so exchanging of pieces is very important. That's why also, for example, in a Sicilian, when the opponent is going G4, you hit in the center D5 or E5. You need to transform the structure, and you need to evaluate if I transform it, if I exchange this piece or that piece, the new position, you will still be worse. No doubt, but it will be easier to defend than maybe this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to look at those type of ideas. So shall we jump over to the chessboard?
Yes, I think we start with a position. This was played recently in a tournament this year between Bernard Klein against Sherwin Kleinschmidt.
Yeah.
And this position was reached.
Okay, so it seems like black is up a pawn. White's got the bishop pair, though. It is black to play here. And if you look a bit, if you soak up the position, you'll realize that, okay, usually the bishop pair does have some compensation, right? And White has this idea here, Watu, of perhaps playing bishop f3 and bishop h5, utilizing the active rook and the bishop pair. Black has some difficulties with this bishop, basically halfway down his throat there. So black needs to be kind of relatively accurate here to sustain his long-term advantage over here. So
absolutely.
Black in this position played knight to e5, trying to, first of all, it seems like preventing just bishop f3, right?
Yeah.
Also an idea of knight e4.
There was a spectacular computer move when the knight is on c4, but I'm saying computer because generally, as human beings, it's very easy to miss such a shot, such an option. But if one thinks that, okay, the white king is relatively safe. However, if black plays knight e3 here,
Whoa.
As I say, I would never have dreamt of this move, but it's, what the computer suggests.
Some frailty in the back rank.
Yes. Now the threat is rook c1 and to checkmate. And if you take the knight, bishop takes a3 check. And king f1 is you get mated, you know, with rook c1. So you'd have to play king h1, and then check. You must play bishop f1, and then you drop the other.
Both bishops.
Ooh, painful. You know? Will be painful. But of course, white is not forced to take, isn't it? But it's an option that is there, right?
Very cool move.
But nice. Of course, I mean, it's a computer move, yeah. So, but knight e5 is then the second best thing, isn't it? To stop. Mm-hmm.
So 95 played, and white played bishop to e4, but I believe that white maybe had some more chances here.
Exactly, and I think, you know, for the point is that it's a question of, you know, you want to salvage half a point. If you take the knight on e5, first and foremost, the opponent gets doubled pawns.
Yeah.
Right. Then point number 2 is that on the board there's bishops for opposite color are there. Doesn't always guarantee anything, but at least the chances of drawing,
edging closer.
You're edging closer to drawing in that position.
Maybe white was a bit scared of this in between check or what?
Well, it would be the only thing. Let's put it this way. Let's go before the check.
Yeah,
it's the only thing that's logical, right? Bishop takes e5, d takes e5, bishop f3, and I want to play bishop h5, and I play king g2, and so this cannot be something that stops white from taking, right? Yeah. So most probably white is worried about rook c1 check in terms of passivity.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to play bishop f1, takes. So, but now I think an important move here is probably rook b2.
Bit of covering the second rank.
Cover the second rank, and now we're exactly. And there's just, you know, and the point is that bishop c3 goes into a pattern against black, and I have rook b8 check with an extra move, yeah. So the king moves, and I play rook c8.
Ah, okay.
At least I hold the rook, you know.
We want to trade rooks, of course.
Trade rooks, and then it's a draw. So then I can play king g2, and it's still a long way, but I think you are very, very close to where you want to go to here.
Nice. Yeah. This is a nice defense. So, because black is kind of tied down here. How does he avoid?
It's not possible.
He's going to have to trade, right?
You have to trade. You can't bring the king. It's not possible. And I put my king on a white square, so that there's no check. King goes to g2, and then I'll play e3. And if you don't trade, by the way, I'm going to attack you. I'll play rook c7, bishop e2, bishop h1.
Yeah.
I start getting active.
Yeah.
So sooner or later, these pieces that black has, they are unfortunately starting to be passive, or well, not passive, but definitely not working.
Yeah.
And so you have to get out of this.
So if you do trade,
no, then no one will try this. Yeah, not even Klaasen will win this position with black. Yeah.
Nice.
So
it's worthwhile knowing the technical side with opposite color bishops. Just the bishops on the board. No huge. If your opponent doesn't have like 2 passed pawns or something, then you should hold. But with a heavy piece on the board, there's still some difficulties when defending.
Very. Actually, if you're very passive.
Yeah.
You know, that's where we actually see this variation when, you know, the whole variation where black goes bishop c3, white goes check, rook c8, right? Is that if black ignores trading, black can be in trouble. King g2, e3, bishop, imagine bishop h1, then rook c7. Then I'm playing for a win. If I can make these moves, right? Then rook on c7. I'm not taking a draw anymore. I'm playing for a win.
Nice.
You know, so yeah.
Very nice defense, actually, then. So this was a missed opportunity by white.
Absolutely.
So you went bishop to e4.
Yes.
Black went d5. White went bishop to b1.
Yeah.
I think this was maybe another moment where he could have captured. It's not so straightforward anymore.
Exactly. But look, what I'm trying to say is that when you are weighing the 2 options, the one option is to play this position with d takes e4. The other option is to have your bishop on b1. I mean, this is right. This is, look, bishop has got basically no squares.
Look at the knight though. The knight is peeking in wherever he goes, right? So
yeah, and look, no, but look at the white squared bishop.
Yeah.
He's
But
got
nothing.
he's got only D3, and I mean it's a very difficult position. So, and you have the chance to trade the guy with the knight that is going to be strong,
And you also again give your opponent double pawns, right?
and you give your opponent double pawn. So let's have a look at that
Something like
position. So P takes D5, D takes
We go
B. Now,
E3 or something.
now it starts getting tricky, because the problem with E3, I feel, is that if we compare the two positions, F7 is harder to attack than F2 is, because F2 I have of course this tandem, the rook, bishop and rook. I can play rook C2, bishop E1.
Yeah.
So what if I play? I'm a little bit afraid of it. What if I play bishop D4?
Bishop D4.
What if I play this?
Okay.
Of course you have no. If you rook C2, I can play rook B2
Okay.
probably. And because you have double pawns, I don't think
Might
you
not
can
be
create
as
now.
easy.
I don't think, it won't be. You can't win this. No. Maybe you can play E3 now. Because if I play E3, can you do something? Yeah. No, but I play F.
I think black still has some hope here.
There is some hope. Look. Okay, but I can take it. Just take the pawn.
And play with
G2. Yeah.
Okay.
Play, and then try to get my. Of course, black will play G4 here, and there are questions to be asked with my pawn. One of my pawns will be on a black square. It's not easy, but I don't know. But it's much tougher.
Yeah. Right. You kind of need to choose a lesser evil here with all of these variations.
But this is definitely a more complicated version than the other one.
And of course, you also need to just put some doubt in your opponent's mind as well, because the opponent needs to also kind of realize, is this winning or not? You need to just throw some doubt in there.
Just one idea I had. Let's say rook C2.
Yeah.
What if I...
Oh, sorry. Bishop D4.
Bishop D4, rook C2. What if I choose an active defense? G4.
G4.
So I'm threatening rook B8 check, king H7, rook H8, king G6.
Well, I'm just going to grab. I'm going to grab my eyes.
So I go rook B8 check, king H7, rook H8 check, king G6 check.
We got to throw in the bag.
Well, maybe more.
Whoa.
Maybe more.
Whoa.
Maybe more.
Whoa.
Maybe more. Because I take with check.
And then you first take on G5.
Oh, we take on G5 first. And then I collect that one there. Then I take on F7. Come on.
You got something. Now you got something to work with.
Right? Yeah. So So maybe G4 is an irritating move if you play rook C2.
Yeah, G4 is very, very
definitely, I think, more than rook B2. Rook B2, I think, is a very difficult one. But G4, I'm asking questions.
Yeah, black needs to know his stuff here. Okay.
Very difficult position.
Yeah, the dark squares, we still have something to work with here.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that was his last moment with this bishop pair against the knight and bishop.
I think so.
So white went back. Knight G4 played, hitting the bishop.
But what move number are we on? 36.
36, yeah.
I think, though, I mean, look, Bernard Klein is a very experienced, strong player. So for me, for him to be missing these opportunities, I think it screams to me time trouble.
Must be something,
right?
Yeah.
It's the only thing that I'm thinking about. Because I am feeling like he's not having enough time to evaluate the position. You understand what I'm trying to say? The moves, they tell me that.
Yeah.
Because you have two very important moments to transform.
Yeah.
As we're saying that, the defending, transforming the position.
Yeah.
And getting to somewhere where you feel like you can defend. And he had two opportunities that were playable, actually.
Yeah.
But I feel like he just, those positions where I'm speculating here, but this is my feeling, that it's more like you look at it and you feel like, okay, I can do this, but I have to be so sure, and I don't have enough time to invest in looking at it. You just feel like, oh man, if I just had 3 minutes just to invest and check.
Yeah.
Because you can see also we were going wrong with, should we try this? Then before,
it's not easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy. So, and it's even worse when you're on the board. I when I say this, I remember I was watching some guys analyzing games.
Yeah.
And some time ago, and then there were two experienced players, and the other youngster was watching, and the youngster kept suggesting intervening, but all the moves was very aggressive and sacrificing.
Yeah.
Well, what if I take your boom, boom, boom? and the other guy, so it's going, and the older guy was clearly frustrated by all this, and he looks at him and he says, "Yeah, it's easy to sacrifice someone else's pieces.
Yes.
But they are not your pieces.
Very nice.
Sacrifice everything.
Yeah. Sure.
Not my pieces.
Yeah.
So,
You feel the pressure on the board for sure.
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. That. Hi. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. Please do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button so that we can give you more. Thank you. The evaluating of it, you cannot take for granted.
Time pressure.
And all this is not easy. But I think going into this, look at that knight. And unfortunately for white, the king is still weak.
I don't know if white is maybe also just hoping that there's something here. Some back ranks. Maybe there's some faint hope that there'll be some tactical ideas. But okay, the black knight very nicely evicts the bishop here.
Exactly.
Very nice.
Exactly. But that is my point, that I'm saying that these moves, they betray, it's time trouble, man. Right? Yeah. This is more like blitz moves, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trying to, hoping the rook moves and I go checkmate.
Yeah.
Come on,
For sure.
Yeah. But now look at the next move that black plays. He just stops the nonsense. He takes back that diagonal.
Now his king is safe.
Yes. First and foremost, the king is safe. Now he secures the other pawn on a safe square.
Knight comes back. He's done his work.
Yeah. And then, let's see. Okay.
Bishop d4. Black is hoping for more trades.
He's refusing the trade.
And here, black just forces more trades. 98. Yeah. Nice. Hitting the rook and bishop on c4.
And after bishop takes d8, he has two options: to take the d8 bishop or to take the c2 bishop.
Of course, he grabs this one. Bishops of same color here, and the rook is super active. Pawn to a4.
Doesn't matter, it will fall.
And they trade on that side. Black is now a clear pawn up. Still a clear pawn up. Rook a2.
So now, I feel that it's still a very difficult position, but I think that, probably white's best hope here would be if somehow I can find a way not to trade the rooks, then I should be okay-ish.
Yeah.
Because then maybe I can try to hold.
All the pawns on the same side.
Exactly.
5 versus 4.
It won't be so easy for black to mobilize the pawns, and because the king will sometimes be weak, and I can check and get, But I don't know if it's possible.
Yeah, I think black Sherwin did a good job here at the end here, especially this moment. I think it's an instructive moment because black has got black can kind of like breathe out. He's secured his extra pawn advantage. He's simplified a bit. And black has a lot of options, but he finds a very strong positional move here just to make white's life very difficult. And this is, for the inexperienced viewers over here, this is a very nice move to see. Pawn to g4. Just covering the light squares, just complementing the bishop very nicely.
Keeping the pawns on black squares.
Fixing the pawns, making sure that they stay on that color and the pressure will remain for the rest of the game on those. And if you consider this bishop versus if you have this like a bishop endgame coming, then white's bishop has almost nothing to do, just defensive work.
Yes.
So very nice move there by Klaasen.
Nice move.
Bishop b6. This bishop is also quite limited over here.
Yeah.
What to do for white? So he goes bishop b6.
Okay, let's try and I think bishop b6, rook b2 is serious trouble. But let us say in this position, can I play? I'm trying to find a square for the bishop, which would not force me to exchange. So I have to go to e1.
E1 maybe. I was looking maybe e1 just to brace yourself.
But you probably go rook a1 as well, right? It's ugly.
And you don't have time for king f1.
Yeah, I don't. But I go bishop d2. D2.
Okay. A2.
Back to a1. I'm in trouble. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying I'm not in trouble, but I'm just saying
Okay, I think
Can I
now
try?
black should try to continue to squeeze, right?
Or even rook it. Yeah, oh, that doesn't work. I wanted to go rook e2,
King F1.
and then, yeah, I was hoping for rook e2 and d4. But okay, black probably can go back and then play d4, take bishop takes.
At some point.
But nonetheless, there's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And white can try, no?
You need to make it as difficult as possible for your opponent and just hope he slips up somewhere, right?
Of course. But that's again, sort of, yeah, because bishop b6 is, but it's a careless move, I feel.
Yeah, it gives black a very golden opportunity just to, again, instructive moment for everyone.
Yeah.
So, they say rook end games, this old saying, rook end games, all rook end games are drawn. So with the bishops on the board
Is it
instead of
Tarash
the rooks.
saying that, no?
I
think so.
Is it Tarash?
I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
So, of course, a bit of an exaggeration to the viewers, but you can feel it in a lot of games where you up a pawn and you still draw. Here, on the other hand, there's two major factors. First of all, black is up a pawn.
Yes.
But the other thing that we mentioned earlier, Watu, was these guys are stuck on the wrong color.
Absolutely.
That's a huge problem for white here.
And look at black's white squares. I mean, imagine that king coming in, you know, all the way to e4. It looks like trouble. It's trouble.
So it's super difficult. This is too much for white. This is too much. So he tries to break
Makes
this.
Makes sense.
Black holds on.
Yeah. And again.
Black holds on. Even though the pawns are getting less, black still has a free hand basically to run around.
Yeah.
Black keeps the pressure on the pawns. The g3 pawn, a major weakness. Trades happen, and one of white's pieces have to remain passive.
Sad position.
So a nice squeeze here by black.
Yeah.
e4, what to do? Captures.
Stops king e3.
And eventually black breaks through.
Yeah. Nice.
And the pawn drops. Okay, so good conversion there by Sherwin. Bishop e3, of course, coming up next. But so there were some moments there for Bernard Klein.
Yeah. Some chances to make it at least harder for the opponent, but again, I'm going to say, it seems to me like at the most critical moment, the chances prevented to him, and knowing his strength, Bernard, I think to me that screams time trouble.
There must be some element involved there that fatigue and time trouble, stuff like this. So.
Absolutely.
But an instructive moment for everyone. So that's nice to see. It's not always pleasant to defend these difficult positions, but you need to choose your moments when to maybe trade off to your best possible chance to hold.
Absolutely.
So very instructive. Is that all the instructive nonsense for today?
Yeah, enough instructive nonsense for today.
Yes. Thanks, everyone. If you've liked what you've seen, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and share it with everyone that you know, and we will see you for the next one. Cheers.